Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. We are currently in the week of the Superstar Shakeup, and live from the TWF studios, you are now listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast, hosted by BangEm South, Jason Fastkade, and my illustrious co-host, the best in the world today. Do you understand what I'm telling you? The man, Trent Williams, the only guy that I know that popped big for Tamina debuting on SmackDown. Let's just put that out there. So Trent, like I said, we had a great week of shows. Trent, I even watched 205 Live, but more on that later. Are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
No, Trent. Alexa Bliss, A+, as you call her, is now on Raw.
Yep.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, dude, let's do nothing else but start the show. We're talking about the Superstar Shakeup, man. This was, it gave a little twist to the draft that we're used to seeing. You know, the typical, hey, I trade this guy for that guy. This shakeup, it gave a different vibe to it. You just randomly saw people on the show, and that told you, hey, they're here to stay now. We got a lot of weird debuts. Nothing really sanctioned by a commissioner. It's just like,
right,
hey, this guy's music played. Now he's on the show, right?
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a bad call. I think they should have had it done some kind of a more formal way with both the general managers out there or something, because it just seems strange that, I mean, we got no explanation as to why so-and-so was traded for so-and-so, and, you know, why would you want to pick somebody like, who in the world is going to pick Kurt Hawkins to come to their roster?
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, you didn't get trades. I mean, you may have gotten trades, but they didn't officially announce that there was a trade. Dean Ambrose just showed up.
Right.
You know, Bray Wyatt just showed up. So you don't know if, oh, wow, well, if Bray Wyatt showed up, oh, man, Sami Zayn is automatically on SmackDown. Big E must have gotten traded. Like, you didn't get that. You just got a superstar showing up, and you basically added +1 to the Raw roster. And then that holdover at the end of the show, like, hey, we're going to continue this on SmackDown. You know, that helped the storyline out, made you tune in to SmackDown. But then again, you were still thinking, well, Raw just has, like, you know, 6 extra guys now. I don't think they would have anybody leave Raw to go to SmackDown. It was weird.
Yeah. Overall, who do you think got the better of the trade?
Overall, I think that Raw got the better lineup, but we will see. You know, we will see. At the end of the day, like, you get different feuds. I didn't really like Kevin Owens going to SmackDown. I didn't like the New Day going to SmackDown, but everything kind of evened out, man. Like, you still have talkers in your tag team. You got Kaz and Enzo. You got New Day on SmackDown. You still got your black guy as a commentator. I mean, they switched those out.
Yeah, was that not the most pointless, like, switch there was?
Listen, man, that's just you know, that's how it works. You have a singer on Raw now with the Drifter. You have a singer on SmackDown with Aiden English. Shout out to Double Dipping is a sin, because apparently it is a sin. Yeah,
and funny thing, soon as Silent Koch is gone, who comes over to SmackDown?
He did, didn't he? He did. Yeah, he did. Jeez. Man, this Superstar, it was crazy. You know, it was different, man. So on Raw, the new additions, we got Apollo Crews, we got The Miz, Maurice, Dean Ambrose. So we got the IC title on Raw. Kurt Hawkins, boo. Definitely got Bray Wyatt. We got Kalisto, because he can't go anywhere without his best buddy Apollo. We got Heath Slater. We got Rhino, A+, Alexa Bliss, Mickey James, and David Otunga is on commentary. Now, the crazy part about it was Jinder Mahal was on Raw on Monday, and he laid the stiffest forearm to Finn Balor whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I didn't really pay attention to it, but it looked like Finn Balor just fell flat on his head, on the top of his head.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think that's an instant concussion.
Yep, he's got a concussion.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Finn's like, I never want to work with that guy again. Moving to SmackDown.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard and stuff, that Jinder now has a lot of heat on him for doing that.
I wonder, was it something missed, or was that? I mean, like, let's be honest, it's not intentional. But for the past couple of matches, Jinder has really laid some stiff shots to Roman. Right. And, you know, he definitely laid one to Finn. Not sure if that's a, you know, miscommunication with, hey, I'm going for this. Your face needs to be maybe 2 inches farther. But he's on SmackDown along with Kevin Owens. So the U.S. title switched hands or switched shows. Sami Zayn has to go over there because Kevin Owens can always have a match with Sami Zayn. We got the Shining Stars, which I know they are your favorite. Tamina, as I mentioned, Charlotte Flair, Sin Cara, Rusev and Lana, the New Day.
Rusev and Lana separated because it don't look like they're putting them together.
Oh, word? Really?
Did you not see the vignette for Lana?
No.
I think she got in a time machine and went back about 3 or 4 years ago to be one of Fandango's dancers.
Nicely done, my friend. Okay, so
she was like having a lap dance with a chair with nobody sitting in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lana wants to be sexy, man. The Russian hot chick I think works better, but whatever she's gonna do, I don't know. I think they're gonna move forward with that.
I mean, if they're gonna give her that gimmick, I mean, come on, that's the perfect gimmick to give Eva.
Is Eva coming back, man?
No, I don't believe she is.
Okay, well, somebody needs to fill that role. Emma didn't want to do it because she's too much of a tomboy, so we need the sexy hot chick to make 13-year-old boys pitch a tent. And we got New Day and, like I said, Byron Saxton. Lana doesn't do that for you?
No.
Well, you're not 13, though. If you're 13, you know, a chick with a long face and big tits could probably do that to you.
Yeah.
So overall, man, who do you think got the better of the Superstar Shakeup?
Well, I have to say that most of my favorites have moved to Raw.
True.
You know, there were rumors that AJ was going to Raw, and had that actually happened, I think they pretty much would have cut the balls completely off of SmackDown because all the people that made SmackDown as great as it was since the draft were going to be drafted to Raw.
I don't know, man. Like, I thought about that. Another name rumored to move, which she did, was Charlotte. Like, I thought the Charlotte one was terrible, but you know they kind of moved that around, and they're honestly
that had to be done though. I mean, how many more Charlotte Bailey matches can we have?
Well, I don't even think it was that. Like, you couldn't get another top heel anymore on Raw now that Nia's there. So Nia's going to be your top heel. Nia's going to be the undoubted heel. And everybody else is under 6 foot and under 115 pounds. So she's just going to rule. The AJ thing, there were rumors, but when he didn't go, like, my thing is if they put AJ on Raw, they were going to move some people, man. Like, they were going to move a lot of people to, you know, get SmackDown back to where it needs to be, because it is the B show. But they could do a lot more with SmackDown. Yeah.
And as far as Nia goes, if she keeps messing up the way she did on Raw, she's going to be back in NXT or without a job.
What did she mess up on?
She dropped Charlotte right on her head.
No.
And then Charlotte went for a moonsault, and she didn't even catch her.
Okay, I got to look at the first one. The second one, she does that every time. Like, no one ever catches Charlotte.
Yeah, but they don't miss her by that much.
She didn't miss. Like, she hit her on the top right shoulder blade. She didn't. I mean, like, they made it seem like Charlotte hit her at the top of the head, but when you look at it again, she got her on the shoulder.
Yeah, but that other one, it was pretty bad.
Okay, I gotta go back and look at the other one, but yeah, Nia's not going anywhere, man. You know why?
No, The Rock.
The Rock.
Yep. Well, if that was the case, then Eva shouldn't go anywhere either, because they're good friends too. Even though they're not family, they're good friends.
Meaning that The Rock slept with her?
Well, I don't know if we go that far, but I wouldn't doubt it.
You think he touched the tushy one time?
Maybe.
All right. Okay. One other thing, man. So for this superstar shakeup, what is the purpose of having two sets of titles? I mean, this was something that we asked at the, last year around the time that the draft happened. Hey, are they going to bring back, two sets of titles? Like,
Right.
what's the purpose of the titles anymore, man? If you're going to shake things up, like, that's cool, but essentially switching the IC and the US title to different shows. What is that? I mean, what's the purpose of that, man? Like, literally,
Yeah,
what is the purpose of that?
yeah, they don't really do anything, just switching them. Although it's funny because we always said to begin with that the IC title should be on Raw and the US should be on SmackDown. So now they are there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But I think we'll get better feuds. I think we'll get different feuds. A lot of the tag team feuds, for instance, they got stale, and they got stale pretty fast. I'm not sure what unique opportunities we'll see for the US and IC title, but we'll definitely get better feuds, different feuds.
Right. Yeah, I mean the tag team division after this past 2 weeks has really, really improved a lot, especially over on Raw, where you got the Hardys and you got the Revival.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, no other tag team moved from SmackDown to Raw, did they?
Slater and Rhino.
Yeah, Slater and Rhino. That is right. Okay, cool.
Do you see the Shining Stars? Which it's interesting they didn't call them the Shining Stars on SmackDown. They just call them Primo and Echo. Do you see them getting any more of a push now that they're on SmackDown?
I don't know, man. Like, I saw rumors about Carlito. I mean, at this point, if they do get a push, it's a good thing. I mean,
Yeah. Well, those Carlito rumors, they're always around. They'll come up every now and then.
okay, I got you. But you would see something being done. Listen, everyone on the SmackDown roster, before a couple weeks ago, they had a storyline. I mean, and they didn't really have a stale storyline. Even Fandango and Tyler Breeze, had the Fashion Police, and then Tyler Breeze got to wear a drag. Not a fan, but he had a storyline. So you'll see something. Maybe I hope they don't do the timeshare thing, but they'll do something.
Well, I will say they looked a little bit more important on their SmackDown debut than they have in a while. Just attacking American Alpha, it felt more like they had a bigger purpose, than just being jobbers.
Listen, man, like one thing that Kurt Angle said at his Hall of Fame speech, and he didn't really knock the matches, but he mentioned like the moments and just showing more of your character. I don't really think Primo and Epico got over that great as Los Matadores or travel salesmen to Puerto Rico. If they're just Primo and Epico, maybe they need some mic work, but they can be good as Primo and Epico. Run with that.
I mean, I think they definitely need like a manager or something for their mic work.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing with mic work, though, right? If you had a phrase and you had a moment, I think you can run with it. Everyone's trying to do a one-word phrase, something. Right. Tozawa has the stupid yell. Somebody else had like Bob. Oh, that's Noam Dar. Like he had. Listen, I got screwed into watching 205 Live. We're gonna get to that right now, okay? I got screwed into watching it because I didn't get to watch NXT, and I figured, one of my resources was gonna run behind late. So I turned it on, and I'm watching 205 Live, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is Tuesday night. I don't know why I'm watching 205 Live on a Wednesday. But guess what's on?
205 Live.
205 freaking Live. Rich Swann is in the ring talking about how he gave Alicia Foxx a present and Noam Dar took credit for it. Why is Alicia Foxx still a slore right now?
I have no idea. And why is it always got to be the talented black guy that gets stuck in that position? First it was Cedric, now it's Rich.
Wow, Trent, I've really converted you to the dark side. Really. Now you're making my statements for me.
Yeah.
So Rich Swann is saying, I was checking out Alicia Foxx and I sent her the presents or the gifts. And Noam Dar is covering up for it. He didn't send her anything. Noam Dar struts out there in his terrible accent, and he says, "Blah blah blah." No, it was me. And then Alicia Foxx, the slore, comes out, and she's like, "Rich Swann, we don't believe you." And then some random guy brings a gift to the ring. Now, obviously, if Noam Dar got the gift, he's going to give it to Alicia. So he pretends that he did. Rich Swann exits the ring and kind of walks up the ramp. Alicia Foxx opens it, and once again, are we ribbing people who have cocaine addictions? Once again, Alicia Foxx opens up this gift, and like a big poof of powder just flies out of it. She's covered in powder, and she sells it. She sells it a little bit too late, but she definitely sells it. Once again, are we ribbing people with what is the powder thing?
I have no clue.
Why is the powder thing such a big? I don't know why it's such a big deal. But someone has a big cocaine addiction. It may be someone in the truck. But let's move on.
All right. Do you like the new heel TJ Perkins?
I like the line that Austin Aries said. I don't know why he's still dabbing in 2017. Like, I don't mind it. It definitely gives him something else to do. It's a natural progression. That Game Boy gimmick just didn't work, or I mean, it got old pretty quick. So good luck to him.
Yeah. Let's see what else happened this week. Oh, Dean Ambrose and Renee Young got married.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a secret thing, but I think some of the guys kind of spoiled it on Talking Smack, which I didn't watch this week.
Oh, wow, okay. No fanfare like Lana and Rusev though, right?
No, but it still could be an episode for a future season of Total Divas.
Yeah, where are we right now with Total Divas, man? Like, are they really more than a year behind?
They are at the point where Naomi debuts her new entrance.
So they're around what, August, maybe July of last year?
They are at the SmackDown right after the draft.
Jeez, man. I mean,
yeah.
I know you got time to make the show and edit the show and everything like that, but I don't know, man. Maybe people who watch Total Divas aren't really true wrestling fans, and they're watching for the events that happen on Total Divas. But everyone that's a wrestling fan, I guess it gives you an opportunity to rehash those moments, go backstage and go behind the scenes of those moments. But man, they're pretty old.
Yeah. I wonder what's going to happen with the people that just watch it for the Total Divas is going to think when Eva just magically don't appear on there anymore.
Yeah.
And she's got her hair back dyed black.
Remember when they had like the Total Divas versus like the Raw Superstars or something like that? Like, one of the concerns was, hey, people are watching Total Divas right now, and the champ isn't the same. Like, would there be some confusion? I wonder, do they speed that up a little bit? But I don't know, man. It's just a little weird. Well, and I guess it helps that you don't really have the Divas champion or women's champion on the show. So
yeah, they did a poll on their website a couple of months ago or so, and asked which member of the roster you'd like to see on Total Divas. And I think it was Sasha that got the most votes. Which, I voted for Alexa, but
Yes. Nicely done. Sasha's married to the I don't care if I say it, the dork that hangs around New Day, right?
Right.
Okay. So
ain't he like the guy that designs their costumes and stuff?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, he's not gonna be on Total Divas, man. Sorry.
I don't know if Cameron's goofball of a boyfriend could have been on there, he can be on there.
I mean, I didn't watch it when Cameron's boyfriend was on there. I really truly don't pay attention to the show, but this dude is probably the same height and weight as Mark Carrano or something like that. So I don't think he'll have a big, a prominent role on Total Divas.
He used to be a wrestler.
Like Carmella's dad, wrestler?
He was in Ring of Honor for a couple of matches.
Okay. Well, good. Hey, more power to him. He's just not being on Total Divas. Sorry.
Yeah. His name was Kid Makazi.
Okay. All right, cool. I have to look that guy up. I just know he took my girlfriend from me. So we're done. Okay, man. Let's get into what everyone's talking about. Roman Reigns getting the snot kicked out of him. And my gosh, just tormented by Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Was this not the best moment of Raw?
Oh, it was hilarious. I loved it.
First, Braun beats him up. Then he beats him up. Then he beats him up. Then he waits for a little bit. Then he beats him up. Then he flips over. And I mean, this was, not only was it hilarious, but it was a breakout moment, man. It's not on par with the cement going into Vince McMahon's car or the milk truck or the beer truck, but I think this will live in people's memories for a while, dude.
Yeah, but the thing that sucks about it is Roman will probably be on Raw Monday.
Well, this is what I didn't understand about it. They do this during the Raw shakeup or whatever. Maybe Roman's spot is solid, and chances are it is. But then, you know, they come out and say, well, he has broken ribs. Maybe they keep him off TV for a while, man. I mean, like you said, I wouldn't want to see Roman come out with taped up ribs less than, you know, a week later, dude. You know?
Right.
So, I got a question for you though, man.
All
the
right.
entire time, people were going nuts, not only because it was a great segment, let's be honest, but because Roman was getting the crap beat out of him.
Yeah.
Does Roman finally need to turn heel in this, you know, in this ordeal, in this feud?
Sure, he needs to. He's needed to for a long time, but it's not going to happen.
Well, this is my question to you, man. And, you know, help me out here because you're more of a research journalist than I am. You have more resources, a la the WWE Network, and I don't. When and this goes for John Cena too, and the Rock. When the Rock was getting booed, and he finally said, you know, whether he said it or said this or not, but he finally said, "You guys are gonna boo me," and they're like, "Yeah, Rocky sucks, whatever." And he was like, "Well, screw you. I don't need you." Blah blah blah. And he did his own thing, and then people came around, right? But when they finally booed him and he retaliated like "screw you," were people gracious? Did they clap in awe because that was him acknowledging that he needs to be healed, or did they just, you know, respond like normal audience members? They still booed.
Well, I can't remember exactly because I wasn't actually watching then, and I haven't watched any of those episodes of Raw back. But I think it was they probably cheered because they were finally getting from him what they wanted. You know, they were tired of the squeaky clean baby face, you know, riding out on a white horse, you know, cheery superhero baby face. And when he finally retaliated, they probably cheered because that's what they've been wanting out of him.
Because this is what I kept thinking to myself, and we were, or you know, WWE Raw emanated from like Nassau or something like that. I think that's New Jersey, New York area. Yeah, there you go. And they typically, you know, cheer the heels and boo the baby faces. Right. Maybe you have to do that in an area like that. But if Roman came out and he got booed, he got massively booed and everything like that, and he said, "You know what? I don't need this. Screw you. I'm tired of being blah 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 blah. You fans suck or whatever, blah blah." Do you think the audience would cheer and applaud?
They probably would at first. Well, I don't know. They'd probably boo at first, but then if he kept it up, they'd probably start cheering him. They'd probably get back on his side.
Okay. Because that's what I'm trying to figure out, man. Yeah, he could turn heel, but right now, nowadays, man, you need instant reaction, dude. Like if the day he turns heel, if no one really reacts to it the way that everyone's saying, man, if he turned heel, we would cheer him, then it falls flat. I don't think you have 3 months. I don't think you have 3 shows to build him as a heel that people can get behind. So I don't know, man, like seeing him get thrown around on a stretcher and pretty much people cheer that, you know, Braun was about to end his life, just made you think like, damn, do they really want this guy as a heel or do they want him off television? Right.
Yeah. It's really confusing nowadays with all the smart fans because, you know, when you are such a heel, the people love the heels nowadays. That they start becoming cheered. So by default, they kind of become a baby face.
Yeah. Like
it's a really weird dynamic now.
Yeah. Like if he was in a lesser smart mark territory, that entire reaction that you heard from the crowd when Braun was just destroying him would have been calm. Like, you know, kids would have been holding on to their moms and crying, and, you know, the dads and moms would have had to console their kids like Roman's going to be okay. But since you were in Nassau, or if you were in Toronto, Atlanta, LA, people were like, do it again. You know, people would be chanting one more time. So I don't know, man. Like, he needs to turn heel. It's going to be tricky on how they actually do it, or they keep up with this Cena crap, man, where he just refuses to acknowledge it and does his own thing.
That's what they're going to do. If they really wanted to turn him heel, the only way they could turn him heel and keep the boos going is if he joined up with Stephanie or something.
If he was like the total
corporate.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yeah. Cause then he sells his soul and
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, even, because, nobody's going to cheer anybody that's, associated with Stephanie.
Yeah, if you're aligned to the authority, then you're definitely gonna get booed. But I mean, he would get booed for the right reasons because he would be a heel. Like instead of people actually liking him because he was a cool guy,
Badass
I
dude.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I think
weird.
that's the only way you could really do it, where people wouldn't eventually cheer him because he turns heel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a weird dynamic, man. Because right now you got Braun Strowman, who's a legitimate badass, and 9 times out of 10 a heel, getting cheered out of the building, man. And you got Roman, who is supposed to be a baby face, just getting booed everywhere, and people want to kill him. So it's crazy.
I mean, it's really weird how, when you think about it, they're related, and The Rock and Roman are so much alike as far as how they've been received by the fans, And as far as turning, corporate and stuff, if you remember, like, when Rock first turned heel with the Nation, he was in the mid card, but then he turned a babyface, and then when he turned heel again to join the corporation, that's when he really got that big time, And from there, after he turned face again, after that, that's when he was face and kept being face. So I think if they put him with authority and kept him in there for a while, and people really got tired of him, when he finally changed his tune and snapped on Triple H or something, the fans would finally cheer him, and they would stay with him probably.
Well, I was checking out the Forbes list, and he's top 10 in the Forbes list for most paid or highly paid WWE superstar. So he's not going to be hanging around with Sami Zayn. He's not going to be hanging around Dolph Ziggler. So they'll keep him in the forefront, and they may put him with the authority, but he's going to be on that upper echelon, and hopefully get the rub from somebody. Obviously, he's going to go up against Brock Lesnar and get the rub that day or that way.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about as far as the Superstar Shakeup is The Miz. I'm really worried about The Miz because I feel like he's going to get overshadowed, and he's going to be, he was at the mid card, the top of the mid card, almost the main event. Now I feel like he's really going to be stuck in the mid card and not be able to raise up any.
Yeah, he's screwed. Like the one thing that was helping him was, getting the rub off of Cena. Obviously Cena's gonna stay
and
on.
Also Daniel Bryan too.
Yeah, obviously Cena's gonna stay on SmackDown. I guess it elevated Miz, but man, Miz was your Miz was your top heel on SmackDown without Cena acknowledging that everyone hates him. So you had that thing going for him. I have no idea what Miz could do, but we did say the same thing when he got drafted to SmackDown. Like Miz is no one cares about Miz, and then he blossomed with Dolph Ziggler, and then he blossomed feuding with Cena. So let's see what Miz can do.
Here's the thing though, why did he blossom? Because of Talking Smack and that promo he cut on Talking Smack. Raw don't have a Talking Smack they can do. Well, they do it, but they don't do it every week like SmackDown does.
Well,
he's not going to get as much time to freely, express like he did on Talking Smack.
Well, let me ask you this though: why does Talking Smack suck?
They don't suck.
What? But it's not as good as no. Sorry.
Talking Raw.
Why does Talking Raw or Raw After, whatever that show's called, why does that suck?
Well, I don't really think. I mean, I've only watched it one time, and that was when the Hardys were on there this past week. And
but that's what I'm saying. But
it's not on.
That's what I'm saying. Like you've only watched it one time. Like Talking Smack, there's been at least 5 or 6 that you told me to watch. So even if you didn't watch the Raw, whatever that show is, there had to be something that was good enough to get people's attention and had people talking that would make you watch it. They haven't had that moment yet. Miz made that moment for Talking Smack. Maybe he could do it for the Raw show. Maybe that's what they're working on here.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to remember though. I mean, Talking Raw, there's not been that much of a chance for people to catch on because they don't do it as much. They only do it like once a month, if that.
And those are the parameters that you have to work with, man. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. You already have a 3-hour show. Right. Talking Smack was like the end of a 3-hour block, if you will. Yeah. But at the end, so you still have the same parameters. You just have to, make it work. If Miz didn't cut that promo on Daniel Bryan, I don't think we care about Talking Smack.
Yeah.
And maybe he has to do something like that on talk. Is it Talking Raw? That's what it's called.
I think it's like Raw Talk or something like that.
Change the name. Go ahead.
Yeah. And another thing I think why Raw Talk don't work as good is because the chemistry between Renee and Jerry Lawler is nowhere near as good as the chemistry between her and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, because Jerry Lawler's trying to bang Renee. So you're telling me that Renee Young is not only the host for. We need a new name.
Talking Smack.
No, we're not gonna. I'm talking about the Raw show. What is it called?
Raw Talk. Raw Talk.
We're gonna call it Going In Raw. So
okay.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. So you're telling me that Renee Young is the host of Going In Raw and Talking Smack, and her co-host on Talking Smack is, of course, Daniel Bryan. They're probably around the same age, I guess. Maybe off a little bit. But Renee Young is sitting across the table on Going In Raw with Jerry the King Lawler, who's really trying to bang Renee Young every weekend. Or like every single weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it doesn't work. I mean, that's number one. Then Daniel Bryan has a great role. I mean, he's already on SmackDown, man. So he can just add little tidbits. Jerry Lawler, I'm assuming, maybe wrong, but I'm pretty sure he tries to dominate the conversation.
Pretty much. He tries to get his little crappy jokes in.
Yeah. So that's why it doesn't work. If they fix that, then it could probably work. I don't think anyone's staying up late to watch Jerry Lawler anymore. Sorry.
No.
They're just not doing it.
No. It should be Corey Graves and Renee.
Okay. See, listen, WWE, you might want to listen to us, listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast. Chime in. Write to WWE, tweet WWE, and tell them, look, man, Jerry Lawler needs to get off that freaking show. I don't know if Booker T might help. I don't know if Lita might help.
No, Booker T won't help.
Why?
I don't like Booker T as an announcer either that much. He gets old quick too.
Okay. I got you. I just know that the Jerry Lawler jokes and the fact that he has more ex-wives than I have boxer shorts, it just wears on you a little thin. So fix Talking Raw, aka Going In Raw.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Going In Raw is a very PG name for the show.
The show happens at 11:15, man. It's called Going In Raw. We're not talking Raw. What does that even mean? Okay, Trent, let's move back over to SmackDown, man, and let's address something that's probably fake, but we'll give some insight on it. Mauro hasn't been on the show for a while.
It's not fake.
Okay. Go ahead and explain the situation then.
So Mauro has obviously not been on SmackDown for the last month or so, and in the past he has been very open with he's got mental issues. He's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, manic depression. Well, JBL, who's known for being a bully and a complete dick backstage, has been pretty much harassing Mauro to the point where Mauro didn't even want to come into work. So he's been out, and he's probably not going to be coming back.
Okay.
And this story has gotten mainstream attention too, from like Sports Illustrated and stuff.
Okay. For one, good luck to Mauro. Hopefully he feels better soon. Hopefully his spirits are in a better condition than they were before. Bipolar manic, means that you have great highs, super great highs, and highs are great. But when your lows are low, then it's very hard to recover from. So, with that said, his contract does expire in August. Right. He was signed so the UFC wouldn't steal him, and for what he offers to the show now that he's been Phillipsed, it doesn't really matter if he comes back. So I thought it was a little unique that this happened all around mental. What was it? Mental disorder month or mental awareness. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. And then he could have just missed the show, but you're trying to make a storyline out of it.
It's not a storyline on WWE TV. They're trying to get away from it as much as they can. They're hoping this whole thing blows over.
Yeah, but I don't think you want it to blow over, man, because you still want to have. Listen, man, people who are watching SmackDown, they stop asking the question, "Where's Mauro?" after 2 weeks. So that's over with. Nobody cares about Mauro. People who care about Mauro are people that are, smart to it. Well, damn, Mauro wasn't on TV as getting arrested, or he wasn't written off the storyline. So where's Mauro? Oh, Mauro has depression. Oh, he does have depression. Okay, did he ever miss a show for when he was with Strike Force? Maybe that answer is
missed one show before.
He's missed one show before.
Yeah.
Okay. All I'm saying is I think it's a storyline. I hope it is a storyline because his contract is ending and he's not gonna, he's not coming back. So like what? That's all I'm saying, man. I don't think there's an underlying issue of, oh my gosh, it's been 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and this guy still isn't back. How depressed could he be? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, he don't want to come back and have to work with JBL's the thing. I mean, he's not the first person to quit because of the stuff JBL's done.
And see that, Trent, you know I'm a conspiracy theorist, man.
I know.
That just gives more credence to, oh my gosh, JBL bullied the Miz. He bullied the Blue Meanie. Okay. And
Justin Roberts.
I don't even know who the heck Justin Roberts is.
That's a former ring announcer.
That does what now?
He just come out with a book. I think he's bringing out some other stuff other places now.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know who Justin Roberts was. I keep confusing Justin Roberts with Josh Matthews.
Yeah. Well,
sorry.
Justin Roberts is the one that actually really had the connection. Well, he's the one that kind of started the thing with what's his name, Connor the Crusher and Daniel Bryan. He's the one that kind of brought Connor into New Daniel. Okay. But that story's never told.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Nicely done there, Trent. Well, either way, good luck tomorrow. He's been Phillips, so I don't see him coming back. Contract expires in August. Man, I would love to hear Mauro, but it doesn't look like we're going to see him again on WWE television.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of sucks that we had to lose him when they're going to do this tournament for the women in this summer. Well,
I mean, if his contract ends in August, maybe the summer comes a little early and he does the women's tournament. That can give a unique voice to that tournament. I, for one, liked it when he and Daniel Bryan were hosting the CWC.
Yeah.
So maybe he and Lita, maybe he and Daniel Bryan. It's a women's tournament. I don't know, man. It's a women's tournament. So maybe him and Daniel Bryan, or maybe him and Natty.
No, gosh. You're going from bad to worse.
I don't know, man. But like, if he's not going to come back to SmackDown and he's not, doing anything else, at least give him a nice way to end his WWE stint and let him host the women's tournament.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear Nigel and Phillips doing the women's tournament. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Mauro and Nigel.
I could go with that. Phillips and Nigel, I don't like. Like, it's tough for me to watch NXT. Like, I'm just not feeling Phillips and Nigel. I'm just not, dude. I'm just not, because Nigel isn't your Lawler. He's not your Corey Graves. He's not gonna give you that heelish color. And Percy is just a third wheel. I mean, that's obvious. So not liking the duo there.
Yeah, and I have to give a plug to if you want to hear more about this story, go over to Fightful.com. Sean Ross Sapp and the guys over there, they're doing a great job of telling us everything about this. And
you said it right, selling.
Yeah, well, and telling the history behind how all this started and stuff. And they did a podcast today talking about it. It was really good. Nicely
done. Okay, man. Let's get to something that was freaking outstanding. Something that I never thought I'd see in my life, but it was a pretty good match. Shibata versus Okada.
Yes.
This was at the Sakura Genesis pay-per-view.
Right.
Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. This was a great match, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trent, you are a fan of Shibata, correct?
I am.
Trent, you would agree with me that Shibata looks like Roderick Strong's Asian twin brother?
Not really.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I was going for a cheap pop there. But here's the thing, man. I had never seen Shibata. New Japan is still, it's still relatively new. I knew Tanahashi, I knew Okada, I knew Kenny Omega. I knew a lot of the quote unquote white guys, American guys. that are working over there. But I didn't.
They call them the gaijin.
That's a foreigner. So like, you know, I'm slowly learning some of the New Japan guys. So this Shibata, I had never seen before. Didn't know anything about him. They said he was an MMA guy, and he took it to Okada in this match. Obviously, I had my critiques, but they, you know, they kind of match up with, I guess, his striking style. He didn't really go for a pin. So does he usually finish fights with knockouts or technical knockouts, or the wrestler just can't compete, or tap outs?
Oh, tap outs, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So that does make sense. He didn't go for one pin, but I mean, it was literally like he wanted to suck the life out of Okada rather than, you know, get a 1, 2, 3. So that was cool. It was totally different, man. If all his matches are like that, that's just a unique style, man. And to have that MMA style and really utilize it in a wrestling match, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of his. Boy, Okada, he's already got 2 5-star matches on his record this year.
Now, I will say this. Do you think it was a 5-star match?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't go 5-star, but let me ask you this. Was it 5-star because it went 30 minutes?
No.
Because that's what I'm realizing now. Now, I mean, let's be obvious. Okada is your champ. Okada is your logo. But to get all of these other guys elevated, they need to have good matches.
Right.
And to have those matches against Okada, it like at the end of the day, Shibata didn't need to win that match because he already did enough to prove that he was a superstar in everyone's eyes. So what I'm trying to figure out is, like, would you still have the same quality of matches in WWE if they went 30 minutes? If they were given the chance to go 30 minutes?
No, you're not going to have the same quality of matches because they don't work the same kind of style.
Very true. Very true. But look at it this way. You're not going to have it on WrestleMania because you got 1,000 matches and the card is 19 hours long. Right. But you will have it in NXT. Those tag team matches with DIY, with the American Alpha and DIY, with pretty much any of the tag team division. The
revival.
Yeah. The Shinsuke matches, they were around 20 minutes. I'm not saying they were 5 stars, but if given 30 minutes, man, and I mean, they're not gonna punch each other and everything like that, but think about watching a WWE match in HD versus watching one of those Okada New Japan matches. I don't even think WWE superstars sweat.
Oh my gosh, Shibata's sweating. My gosh, I thought he was going to die out there as much as he was sweating.
So, like, that brings realism into it, man. At the end of the match, when you went 30 minutes, I guess that's called going Broadway, or maybe it's 60 minutes.
Going Broadway is the time limit, whatever the time limit is, which for them is 60 minutes.
Okay, I got you. So going 30 minutes, man, and finishing like that where you just lay on the ground and they have to soak you with icy hot and ice packets adds to the match, man. Going 30 minutes and the champion just bounces up and runs to all the ring ropes and poses and everything like that, and like that's a different type of feel, man. Going 30 minutes and you literally proving that you left everything in the ring, it gives something to the match. I'm just wondering if given 30 minutes, given 30 minutes, could AJ and Cena at the Royal Rumble have been a 5-star match, or a even greater 5-star match if they got 30 minutes to do it?
I mean, I don't think the time necessarily has anything to do with it. I think it's just how you present the match and stuff. Like, New Japan's more of a sport. They look at it as more of a sport. Even though, it's the same fake, stuff, they look at it more sports-like, where WWE looks at it more entertainment-like. That's why when somebody wins in WWE, they have to jump up and, show off and everything. Whereas, like you said, in New Japan, they lay there and they really act like and look like they got the shit just knocked out of them.
And you're absolutely right. I'm just looking at the fact of that AJ Cena match. If it went 30 minutes and Cena had more than 5 moves of death, let's be honest. If AJ was given time to pull out his 25 moves of death, and we saw at least 23 of them, because like you said, it's sports entertainment, so we're not really going to see a real competition. If you got rid of the false finishes, or superstars taking the traditional crap that WWE does. Oh my gosh, Styles is gonna do the the FU or what the attitude adjustment. Oh my gosh. If he got to do his 22 moves of death and you just kept adding on spot after spot after spot, new spots, different spots, I wonder could they get to the status of what we're holding these Okada matches to, man? Where these matches will probably go down in history as at least great matches of 2017.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Another thing, sometimes WWE matches where they do so much in there, it feels more choreographed than it does actual fight.
Very true. Very true. Very true. I mean, I was just thinking about that, man, because it seems like every time I'm watching an Okada match, what's going down in history.
Right.
Whether you're, watching him versus Omega, whether you're watching him versus Shibata. And I mean, the list does go on and on and on. There have been a lot of throwaway championship matches on WWE television.
Yeah.
So they're definitely having to live up something. Have you seen Seth Rollins' proposed new finisher?
Seems like I did, but I forgot what it was.
It's basically the Rainmaker, but with the knee.
Oh yeah. That's what didn't Omega did that to Okada in their match, didn't he?
I think he did, but it was back then I wouldn't have noticed it as much as I did now with me watching the Shibata Okada match. So yeah, I think he did do that to him.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good finisher. I just hope he don't break somebody else's nose like he did Cena.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done. But yeah, Shibata is the man in that match. The match was a great match, man.
Yeah, and another guy that's really looked good. I said it when we talked about Wrestle Kingdom is Juice Robinson, the former CJ Parker. He's really impressed since going to New Japan.
Okay, I saw the match that he had against Cody. I thought it was a little quick considering that people were, and let's be honest, people were praising Juice Robinson. But I'll have to check him out a little bit more, man.
Yeah, and some of the others I like from New Japan are Naito. He's pretty good, and Tomohiro Ishii. He's pretty good too. He's like this big, like bulky dude, and like he does the hits and stuff, like the forearms and stuff. And he don't go down. It takes a lot to take him down.
Wow. Okay. At the end of the Shibata match, we saw at the end of the Shibata Okada match, we saw Bad Luck Fale attack Okada. Is he next in line for this? To feud with Okada?
Yep.
I wonder what kind of match we get out of him and Okada.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get the best match out of him all the time.
I don't think you're gonna get a 30-minute match out of that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. We will see, man.
Yeah. But hopefully they'll have something else on that card that, I think Takahashi's supposed to be taking on Ricochet pretty soon, so maybe that'll be on the same card.
Okay. What's the next pay-per-view for New Japan?
I have no clue.
Okay. What is the next pay-per-view
for Dominion, but I ain't gonna say for sure.
All right. What's the next pay-per-view for the WWE, considering this Superstar Shakeup has a lot of things in flux right now? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if their next pay-per-view, I believe it's Payback, but could this be a branded pay-per-view?
This is going to be supposed to be a Raw only pay-per-view, but because of this shakeup, it looks like it's going to be both brands.
Okay. Yeah, that'll give some clarity to what the heck they're doing here, because you got a lot of feuds going on right now, and if you did a branded pay-per-view, maybe that's not such a bad thing, but maybe you just have a spectacular SmackDown maybe the week after it or something.
But here's the thing, because they've done this shakeup, the Jericho Owens match and the Wyatt Orton match at Payback are both pretty much predictable. Because, Wyatt's not going to win because they're not going to have two world champions over on Raw.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either, man. I wasn't sure if the Superstar Shakeup extends to this week too. Like, if they're not done. I mean, you had a lot of people on the show, and I guess with them being on the show, it solidified them as being on the show. But still, what if Jericho beats Owens? What if Bray beats Randy? And even if those matches are very predictable, maybe they do something else to kind of take your, waving something flashy with the left hand while something does something else in the right hand. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out which match is going to close that show. Is it going to be Jericho Owens, or is it going to be this House of Horrors match? Have you heard about this match?
No, go ahead.
Have you heard what they're doing? They don't know what this match is going to be. WWE don't. They are sending out surveys to people asking them what they want in this match.
Well, chances are they already know what the match is going to be, but you know they're just trying to drum up discussion or theories or whatever. So
yeah,
you know, chances are they already have an idea. This could be worse than the Jericho Dean Ambrose Asylum match. You know, this could be what was Khali's like the Bamboo Garden match or something?
Punjabi prison.
The Punjabi prison. Yeah, you never know what we could get, man. A House of Horrors match. It could be nothing worse than the Uncensored match with Hulk Hogan going up against the Dungeon of Doom in some stupid cage. So,
oh, you mean the Tower of Doom match?
The Tower of Doom match. Yeah, that was freaking ridiculous. It's crazy. Oh, we can't end on the Tower of Doom. But no, we can't do that. What else? What else you got for us, Trent?
Let's see if anything else happened that I was interested in. We can talk how great Alexa's going to be on Raw.
Oh man, why is
I think we should make it. You know, I think we should make it a thing where we have to end every show with Alexa Bliss conversation.
I got you.
Or we can substitute her out for Eva or one of my other favorites.
Okay.
Like Emma, did you see the amazing segment with her and Dana in the back?
No. Yeah. I mean, we didn't really get to Hulu excuses, but what happened with Dana and are they a tandem? What are they doing?
No, they're not. So Dana is sitting there reading his book, How to Be Your Own Protege, and Emma walks up to her. She says, "Like, come on, let's go." And she's like, and Dana's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Come on." And she was talking about how Dana was her protege before she was Charlotte's protege. Yeah. Now that Charlotte dumped her to the side, she can come back with Emma.
Right.
And Dana was pretty much like, I'm standing on my own 2 feet, and I'm not, aligning with anybody. I'm nobody's protege anymore.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good luck to Danielle Brooke, the first transgender athlete on the WWE roster. We will see what happens with Emma. I am sad that Emma didn't want to take the sexy route, but she is a tomboy. That's just my gosh. The chick is a tomboy.
Tomboy is she didn't spend all those years training to be a bikini model that sometimes wrestles. She trained to be a wrestler.
But man, we're gonna end it here. She damn sure knows how to jiggle that ass in front of Zack Ryder.
Yes, definitely. Have you seen her Instagram and Twitter pics? Wow.
Filters, angles, and poses. It is what it is. Yeah. I did add Sasha Banks to my Instagram, or I added her and I followed her, and my girlfriend thought she was a stripper. She was like, "Oh, so you're checking out strippers now?" So what is that? I don't know what that was about, but
that's all right. I have a picture of Alexa Bliss on my background on my phone. So
nicely done.
Although after watching tonight's episode of Total Divas, I might switch it for a picture of Eva in one of those Baywatch bathing suits.
I gotta watch this episode.
Oh, you definitely have to watch it.
I gotta watch this episode.
The backside of those bathing suits were magnificent.
Welcome to the show, Trent. Welcome to the freaking show. Fans of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, make sure that you check us out on all of our social media platforms. And here they are once more. Make sure that you hit us up on Twitter at our official Twitter page for the show, which is
at TWF_podcast.
Alexa Bliss, chicks with backsides like Becky Lynch and Emma, and any chick who looks magnificent in a bikini. Make sure that you hit up Trent at
MTW3589.
And you can also hit me up on Twitter at BangEm South. Listeners, everyone included, new listeners, old listeners, existing listeners, subscribe to our Facebook page, facebook.com/TWF podcast. And you can also send us any feedback, chime in with any comments, questions. You can send any comments, feedback, all that good stuff to our email address, which is
TWFpodcast@gmail.com.
And lastly, check out the YouTube page, The Wrestling Fans Podcast. It has all of the videos that we master every single week. Our daily, what the hell am I talking about? Our weekly episodes are running on a current playlist. We got bonus episodes out there. We got funny clips, and everything that we do on the show is on our YouTube page. So make sure that you subscribe to The Wrestling Fans Podcast on YouTube and Facebook. Tweet us, hit us up on Facebook, like us, enjoy, listen, laugh, and make sure that you subscribe. Trent, plug your site, man.
My thoughts on prowrestling.blogspot.com. Currently I'm not working on anything, but you never know when I might think something up to write.
And with that said, Trent, is there anything else that we need to cover?
Nope, that's it.
All right, man. Thank you for joining, Trent. As always, it was a pleasure, man. I will talk to you soon, my friend.
All righty.